Hey, adrenaline junkies, welcome back. What you're about to see isn't scripted, it isn't staged, and it definitely isn't safe. This is raw police body cam footage where one bad decision turns into a chain reaction of chaos, sirens, and split-second judgment calls. Stay locked in, because once this starts, there's no pause button.
29th, 2024 in Hillsborough County, Florida. What began as a simple speeding violation quickly escalated into one of the most dangerous pursuits on I-275. A black Dodge Charger, clocked at more than 110 miles per hour, was about to turn Tampa's highway into its own racetrack. The Charger swerved recklessly through all lanes, overtaking traffic and treating the shoulder as an open lane. Speed increased up to 130, 140, even 147 miles per hour, and the suspect continued to pull ahead. As the pursuit turned onto South Lois Avenue, it moved from the interstate into narrower, more hazardous streets. Troopers moved in, and with one precise push at the rear bumper, the Charger spun half a turn before coming to rest on Lois Avenue. But the danger wasn't over. The driver shoved his female passenger aside, leaping out the passenger door. Another male passenger scrambled out the back, and both suspects bolted on foot through neighborhoods. For a tense moment, it looked like they might vanish. But with the help of K-9 units and a tight perimeter, troopers tracked the driver down, hiding inside a garbage can just blocks away. The driver was identified as Tavion LaJuan Robinson, arrested on multiple charges after nearly turning a traffic stop into a deadly disaster. His attempt to outrun Florida Highway Patrol ended not in freedom, but in handcuffs. 24 in York, Arkansas. What began as a simple tag check outside a small cafe quickly turned into a full-blown pursuit. A white Ford Expedition with the wrong plate, a driver refusing to stop, and a trooper determined not to let him get away. As the suspect tore north on Highway 25, he swerved into oncoming traffic. The trooper lined up for a TVI, one pit. The SUV spun, but recovered. But the trooper wasn't about to stop after that one. On the third strike, the expedition was forced into a roadside ditch, plowing through a yard before the suspect bailed out and ran, but there was nowhere to hide. After 200 yards on foot, he was taken down in a field and placed under arrest. The suspect was identified as Adam Brackett, found carrying meth and driving on a suspended license with fake tags, no insurance, and a long list of charges waiting. Another pursuit ended, another lesson learned the hard way. Running from Arkansas State Troopers never ends well. On October 11, 2022, Arkansas State Trooper Corbin Freeman spotted a Dodge Challenger weaving dangerously through traffic. A quick check on the license plate revealed it was expired. When the trooper activated his emergency lights and sirens, the driver showed no intention of stopping. What began as a simple traffic stop escalated quickly, with the trooper teaming up with the FBI in a high-stakes effort to bring this dangerous chase to an end.
We're still slow rolling, coming up to Stagecoach, 63 miles an hour.
The suspect took an unexpected turn, exiting the highway and stopping calmly at the next traffic light. It was a puzzling move that left the trooper and viewers wondering what was coming next. When the light turned green, the suspect proceeded, but just as the trooper pulled alongside, he made a sudden U-turn and accelerated, kicking the chase into high gear once again.
Show me your hands! Don't you put your hands down, you hear me? Step out. Lay down on your face. 430 south.
As the suspect took an exit, the trooper seized the opportunity and executed a precise pit maneuver, forcing the vehicle to a stop. The FBI quickly moved in, blocking the suspect's car to ensure there was no chance of escape this time. With nowhere left to run, the suspect was arrested without further incident and taken into custody, finally bringing this intense chase to an end. The dash camera footage shows 29-year-old Brett Gambino driving a white and blue pickup, leading police on a chase through various streets near Southwest 44th Street and Interstate 35. 35-year-old Shannon Eves and 33-year-old Latricia Wilson were passengers in the vehicle. The pursuit began when a sheriff's deputy noticed Gambino was not wearing a seatbelt. When the deputy attempted to pull him over, Gambino refused to stop, sparking the chase.
Going eastbound, my direction westbound, southeast 51st, making a U-turn. He is now eastbound on 51st Street.
The suspect made several circles around a parking lot before driving through a field and rejoining the access road. He then made it onto a highway, but quickly took the first exit.
Eastbound on 29, going into the Sonic parking lot. He's going the wrong way on the southbound. We are now southbound on the northbound. But he's back on the road going northbound on the service road. He has lost the tires.
The trooper executed a pit maneuver, which initially seemed sufficient to stop the suspect. However, he proved everyone wrong by continuing to flee, even with deflated tires.
Now, we're coming up on the 29th Street on the ground. I'm going to try to keep you out to get them out.
With deflated tires, the suspect couldn't go far. He was eventually stopped, arrested, and taken into custody, bringing this wild chase to an end. Let us know in the comments. What do you think would be a fitting punishment for this reckless suspect? 22. Arkansas state troopers were in pursuit of a black Dodge Charger. What started as simple speeding on the interstate quickly turned into a high-speed chase. Troopers were struggling to keep up until one name came over the radio: Trooper Jacob Byrd, and when he joined the chase, everything changed.
Victor Lincoln Adam, Union Lincoln Charge. They just split on the 9th Street. I'm taking the car down 30 eastbound. Staying with the Charger 30 eastbound. 37 was not green also. Hit mark right there. I'm looking out the game right there. Eastbound coming up to the river bridge. And the left lane 97 miles an hour. Left lane 97 miles an hour. River bridge. Going up to the river bridge.
As the chase continued, the Charger pushed to extreme speeds, nearly colliding with multiple vehicles along the way. But when the suspect took the exit, Trooper Byrd made his move, determined to end it before anyone innocent got hurt.
Sorry. Take her to side. Yeah.
Put your hands up! Put your hands up!
My hands up.
Stop!
My hands up.
Stop!
My hands
Be
up.
quiet!
Okay.
Be quiet!
Okay.
Climb out of the car right now.
I
Let's
can't
go!
get out.
Climb out.
I can't get out.
Why?
Why not?
So I gotta let the window down.
No! Come on, climb
Come
out.
out.
Sir,
Come out. Come out.
I can't.
You get out.
Get out of the car. Let's go. Come on. Slide out.
The suspect was pulled from the Charger and arrested along with the passenger, both taken into custody without further incident. Many people might want to meet Trooper Jacob Byrd in person, but this suspect actually got the chance. Let's just say, Byrd probably made sure he'll never forget that meeting. On December 24th, 2024, a Georgia State Patrol trooper was stationary on the right shoulder of Interstate 20 westbound at mile marker 192, observing traffic when he observed a silver sedan approach from the rear at above the posted 65 miles per hour speed limit in the left lane. He confirmed the vehicle's speed at 78 miles per hour, and as it passed, he entered the interstate, activated his emergency equipment, and conducted a traffic stop. The vehicle pulled to the right shoulder and began slowing, momentarily stopping before suddenly accelerating and entering the interstate, initiating a pursuit.
Do we have any troopers with stop sticks or any other troopers ahead of me? Do we have any MCCD that's up at the way station? Just past broke now, passing on the shoulder. Coming up to the way station here in just a second. Again, it's a silver Honda Accord. Looks like a single occupant, male driver.
The vehicle continued westbound on Interstate 20 at speeds above 120 miles per hour, passing vehicles on both shoulders and driving in a reckless manner. During one attempt at a pit maneuver when the driver slammed on his brakes and the trooper drove past him, the trooper observed it was a male wearing a gray hoodie who was not wearing his seatbelt. The vehicle continued westbound on Interstate in a reckless manner.
I'm gonna go try to set up for a bit. He's passed on right shoulder. I'm having to wait for him to get off the right shoulder. Too much traffic to set up for a bit. He knows I'm trying to fit him. He keeps slamming on the brakes. And he tried to take the 183, missed it. Yeah, he knows I'm trying to fit him. Every time I set up, he slams on the brakes. Yeah.
The suspect continued driving on the shoulder until he reached exit 175. The driver exited and turned left onto GA 150 to travel south. The vehicle continued southbound on GA 150 at speeds greater than 100 miles per hour, passing vehicles in curves and in no passing zones, showing complete disregard for public safety as he weaved through traffic in extremely dangerous conditions.
Coming off in the curve. Timber coming on curve. He's walking on the curve. He's trying to do a U-turn.
The troopers exited their vehicles along with Officer Rodriguez and McDuffie County deputies. The driver was not obeying commands and was reaching into his waistband. The trooper transitioned to his taser and deployed it, making a successful connection. After the cycle, the driver immediately shoved his hand between the seat and center console. Concerned he was attempting to retrieve a firearm, the trooper moved to the passenger side, grabbed the driver's hoodie and pulled him out onto the ground. The driver was identified as Adonna Moore, who was driving on a suspended license. A search revealed 3.1 grams of powdered cocaine, 15.6 grams of methamphetamine, 3 grams of crack cocaine, and 17.5 grams of marijuana. Moore was transported to Piedmont-Thompson for medical clearance, then to Columbia County Jail. On September 23, 2024, Trooper Dobbins was patrolling Grand Avenue when he observed a green Chevy Cruze with Arkansas plates driven by Dylan Matthew Anderson. Knowing Anderson had confirmed outstanding warrants, Trooper Dobbins activated his emergency lights to initiate a traffic stop at North 32nd and Grand Avenue. Anderson, however, continued southbound at low speeds, ignoring the lights and sirens. He then accelerated, attempting to flee, and turned left, heading eastbound on Kincaid Avenue.
Rolling southbound.
10-4.
23. I'll call it. We're slow rolling, still southbound. Yeah, we're 1037.
10-4.
Okay, going back east.
The pursuit didn't last long as officers quickly executed a pit maneuver, bringing the suspect's vehicle to a stop. The suspect was successfully arrested and taken into custody without further incident. On July 12, 2023, Corporal Ryan Wingo observed a red passenger car speeding. After clocking the vehicle at 81 miles per hour in a 55 miles per hour zone and identifying it as a 2010 Toyota Corolla registered to Alberto Cruz Reyes of Glenwood, Arkansas, Corporal Wingo activated his emergency lights and siren. Despite this, the driver refused to stop, prompting Corporal Wingo to inform dispatch and initiate a pursuit westbound near the old Bonnerdale store.
We'll be westbound. If you got anyone near Glenwood, I'm inbound behind a...
Corporal Wingo initially gave the driver time to reconsider and pull over, keeping his distance while the siren and lights were activated. However, when it became clear the driver had no intention of stopping, Wingo shifted his approach, applying more pressure in an effort to bring the fleeing vehicle to a halt. Throughout the pursuit, Trooper Wingo had several opportunities to execute a pit maneuver, but he made the strategic decision to wait for the perfect moment. After multiple attempts, Corporal Wingo executed a TVI, causing Cruz to crash into a ditch. Cruz threw a beer can before being taken into custody. He showed signs of intoxication and had alcohol containers in his car. Cruz's back was 0.11%. He was charged with fleeing, DWI, reckless driving, no license, speeding, and other offenses. October 14, 2024, North Little Rock police were on high alert. A blue Dodge Challenger had previously fled from officers, and now it was spotted again in the downtown area. With a perimeter set and units in position, all they needed was for the driver to return, and he did.
10-4. Open the gate for me.
35. We're still slow rolling down in Maine, South Maine, 63.
10-4. Wait, like Main Broadway.
The driver, identified as Kevin Polite, was taken into custody without incident. Officers quickly discovered he wasn't just running from a traffic stop. Polite had 4 felony warrants, including 3 with nationwide extradition out of Texas. Inside the vehicle, meth, cocaine, marijuana, and more bad decisions. One more fugitive off the streets, thanks to a coordinated response and textbook execution by Arkansas State Police. In 2021, Ohio State Police pursued a red SUV after the driver was spotted making unsafe lane changes and ignoring stop sign. A trooper witnessing the erratic driving activated emergency lights and sirens, but the SUV driver refused to stop, sparking a wild, high-speed chase.
Our county anchoring. Southbound on 202. Maybe the suspect that shot up in Tekla the other week. Speeds at 80. Traffic lights.
Rush at 202 and 40.
240. Right now with it.
There.
Where's the 24 be out with him? 5.
431. I need medic.
As the suspect hit the gas to accelerate, he lost control and crashed into a tree. Multiple patrol cars arrived at the scene and provided assistance until an ambulance arrived. The suspect was taken to the hospital, where he recovered and was later taken into custody. Let us know your thoughts in the comments. What punishment do you think is fair for fleeing law enforcement? This horrifying video begins with a New Mexico police officer pulling over to assist a man who appeared to have a flat tire.
6-6 taking care of B97. Hey, bud.
Got a flat tire. You can help me?
What are you needing?
Just a tire. I need a ride to the store. You get me there.
Okay, I can get you back to town real quick, but nobody's open tonight.
Well, I can just, that's fine. I get to town. I just come back to get the car.
Okay, go ahead and go to the front of my car real quick. I'll meet you up there real quick. I'll get.
Seeing that the officer was still breathing, the suspect heartlessly fired several more shots in an apparent attempt to finish what he started. After the cold-blooded attack, he stole the officer's patrol car and drove off. Miraculously, despite being shot multiple times, the officer was still alive and was in the car. After driving for about 5 minutes, the suspect pulled over on a remote road and callously dumped Officer Hare's body. Miraculously, Officer Justin Hare was found alive, but critically injured on the side of the frontage road. Unfortunately, despite the best efforts of medical personnel, he succumbed to his injuries before reaching the hospital. The suspect, 33-year-old Jeremy Smith, then crashed the stolen patrol car, stole another vehicle, and managed to evade capture for 2 more days. It was later discovered that 2 days prior to killing Officer Hare, Smith had kidnapped and murdered a paramedic, the same individual from whom he had stolen the BMW. Given the severity of his crimes, Smith now faces a mandatory life sentence without parole. Prosecutors may also seek the death penalty for his act. On June 27, 2023, a smuggler driving a truck tractor led TXDPS troopers on a high-speed pursuit on IH-35 in LaSalle County. The smuggler recklessly drove on the wrong side of the road at speeds of 85 miles per hour.
He's driving on the shoulder on the southbound lane going northbound. We're going over 80 miles an hour.
DPS is in pursuit.
3 Boy 190 came on to...
I receive all units now heading eastbound 44. Eastbound 44.
Just got to the left lane, trying to pass about 3 18-wheelers. I don't know if you're going to be able to successfully deploy spikes.
Receive, take the 133 back set. Looking at spikes.
He's losing control. Alright, we're turning into some ranch road. He's stuck, he's bailing out,
The smuggler veered off the road for several miles at speeds of 85 miles per hour before getting stuck and fleeing into the brush. Numerous illegal immigrants also bailed out, attempting to evade capture. Troopers apprehended 12 individuals, who who were referred to U.S. Border Patrol. The driver was pursued through the brush, arrested, and now faces charges of evading arrest, smuggling of persons, and reckless driving. On May 25, 2023, Trooper McCormick was patrolling Interstate 49 near Martin Luther King Boulevard when a dark blue Hyundai Sonata was caught speeding 105 miles per hour in a 60 miles per hour work zone during rush hour traffic. Even after briefly slowing to 99 miles per hour, the vehicle showed no signs of stopping. As the trooper initiated a traffic stop, the Sonata collided with a concrete barrier before accelerating away, setting off an intense pursuit. As the driver attempted to take an exit, he veered off the road and crashed shortly after, completely wrecking his vehicle and ending the pursuit. Unable to flee any further, he was arrested on the spot and taken into custody. The suspect faced a range of charges, including felony fleeing, speeding in a work zone with workers present, reckless driving causing physical injury, striking fixtures upon highway, leaving the scene of a property damage crash, driving without a license. 22, a red SUV led Arkansas troopers on a high-speed pursuit. Multiple units tried, but none could stop the driver, so they called Trooper Jacob Bird. Without hesitation, Bird took over the pursuit, and in true Arkansas fashion, he showed exactly how it's done.
State behind it, coming up on Camp Rock, and the speed probably about 110, light traffic. Yeah, state fast. Yeah, they're coming over, state's coming over, we're either going to take Cranberry, we're going to be third, we're going up on Latin County, taking up the college exit, speed, 80.
You'll give me space. I'll try to put it right here.
You're 90, light traffic. There's that thing I did. Stay nine out. Get us medical.
It's almost unbelievable how fast Trooper Bird wrapped this one up. While other troopers struggled for miles, Bird took over and ended the chase in under a minute, executing a pit at nearly 100 miles per hour and sending the SUV slamming into the barrier. The vehicle was totaled, the suspect was arrested without further incident, and once again, Trooper Jacob Bird proved why he's in a league of his own. September 3rd, 2023, Trooper Randall was stationary when a motorcyclist flew past traffic at high speed. Without hesitation, the trooper hit the gas, lights and sirens on, and quickly closed the gap. The rider looked back, then took off, but he didn't know it yet. That was the worst mistake he could have made.
Get me an ambulance. I knocked him off his bike. He's unconscious.
Trooper Randall knocked the rider off his bike when the suspect tried to push through and block him. The crash left the rider unconscious, but he regained consciousness shortly after. EMS was called, and the rider was transported to the hospital with multiple injuries. On May 25, 2020, Georgia State Patrol troopers were requested to assist the Savannah Police Department with a vehicle that had a confirmed stolen license plate and was possibly a stolen vehicle. Savannah police officers were following a white Ford Econoline van and requested our assistance in performing a traffic stop. Trooper caught up to the vehicle as it was merging onto Interstate 516 eastbound from Gwinnett Street. The trooper executed a pit maneuver, causing the suspect's vehicle to roll over. Watch as the trooper chases down the suspect after he exited the van and began fleeing on foot.
Vehicle stop. Female running towards Cloverdale. Get on the ground! Right now! Stop resisting! I don't care. Stop resisting and we'll get you off your stomach.
The trooper deployed a taser, stopping the suspect. The woman was arrested and taken to the patrol car. While she was in the patrol car, the trooper searched the van and found illegal substance inside. The woman was then taken into custody. In Charlotte County, Florida, on March 4th, 2024, a routine patrol turned into a high-speed pursuit when a white Dodge Charger with blacked-out tints refused to stop. Moments later, the Charger was flying down the I-75 at over 145 miles per hour, recklessly weaving through traffic and using the shoulder as his lane. With speeds climbing and danger mounting, Trooper Prosper took the lead, and with another trooper now locked into the pursuit, the chances of stopping this maniac in a Charger had just gone up. The Charger plunged into a ditch filled with water, coming to rest half submerged. Troopers rushed in with weapons drawn, forcing the suspects out at gunpoint. The driver was identified as Tobias Burchard Travio Cody and his passenger as Roosevelt Williams. Inside the Charger, troopers uncovered marijuana, drug paraphernalia, and a loaded handgun in the glove box. Cody was charged with aggravated fleeing, aggravated battery with a deadly weapon, and reckless driving causing damage. Both suspects were medically cleared before being booked into jail. On April 14, 2023, Trooper Tyler Langley was on patrol when he observed a motorcyclist on a sport bike exceeding the posted speed limit. As Trooper Langley approached and activated his emergency lights and sirens, the motorcyclist immediately accelerated, initiating a high-speed pursuit. From a trooper's perspective, chasing a sport bike is one of the toughest challenges. Their speed and ability to weave through traffic make them incredibly difficult to catch, pushing both the trooper and their vehicle to the limit. The motorcyclist accelerated to an enormous speed, quickly leaving the trooper behind. Despite driving down the highway for the next 15 minutes, the trooper couldn't catch up due to the biker's speed and heavy traffic. Eventually, the trooper had to cancel the pursuit for safety reasons. Let us know in the comments if you think the trooper had a chance to stop this suspect and how he could have done it. On February 21st, 2024, Trooper Austin was on routine patrol when he spotted an SUV swerving all over the road. After running the license plate, he confirmed the registration had expired. The trooper activated his emergency lights and sirens, and while the driver slowed down, he never came to a complete stop. When the driver ran a red light, Trooper Austin realized he had no intention of stopping and informed other units that he was in pursuit.
Baseline 117, traffic light. University still on the third trip.
University turn up to 65th. Traffic's light.
100 traffic light.
The trooper could have likely executed a pit maneuver at that moment, but he decided to wait for a better opportunity to bring the chase to a safe conclusion.
Him out before the first. Where you're at, okay?
The trooper got another opportunity and successfully sent the fleeing vehicle into a ditch. 2 more patrol cars arrived at the scene, and together they helped the trooper arrest the driver. The driver was removed from the vehicle as it rolled over, arrested, and taken into custody without further incident. On June 29, 2023, around 2 p.m., police in Charles County, Maryland, responded to the scene of a parking lot assault and potential carjacking. When they arrived, a woman claimed that a random man had attacked her and stolen her car. She pointed across the lot, and one of the responding officers spotted the stolen Toyota Camry peeling out. The driver and carjacker, later identified as Dwan James Mitchell, refused to stop when police attempted to pull him over. They chased him from the Walmart parking lot into the White Oak Village neighborhood. He broke sight lines momentarily before almost crashing head-on into another officer heading north on Route 205. The pursuit was intensifying, and Mitchell was showing no signs of stopping.
I'm behind you. You almost went head on with me. I got behind him.
South Carolina behind is southbound 205. Southbound 205, number 1 lane, speeds of 75. South Carolina, number 1 lane, traffic light, speeds 100. South Carolina, passing Idlewood, speeds 102, number 2 lane, 0 traffic. South Carolina, I'm direct, still southbound 205. Southbound 205, someone trying to get fixed at 5 and 205. Number 2 lane, speed 116. South Carolina, number 1 lane, 1050, 1050, 1050, 1050. The accident, 1050.
As Mitchell attempted to pass another vehicle at high speed, he lost control. He overcorrected sharply, sending the stolen Camry into a violent slide. The car hopped the median and collided head-on with an oncoming dump truck in a catastrophic impact. Aerial drone footage from the Maryland State Police captured the aftermath. The Camry was completely crushed, folded like an accordion from the force of the collision. Dwan James Mitchell was pronounced dead at the scene. Miraculously, the dump truck driver survived with only minor injuries, protected by the sheer size and weight of his vehicle. In Flint, Michigan, Michigan State Police found themselves in pursuit of a homicide suspect. After spotting the vehicle, the trooper activated emergency lights and sirens. While the suspect wasn't speeding at first, he definitely failed to stop, sparking a dangerous chase.
Speed to 20.
The suspect entered the highway but quickly took the first exit. This gave the trooper a chance to get a little bit closer to the suspect's vehicle.
Second pit attempt. Second pit attempt will be successful going westbound on the hill.
Second pit unsuccessful, westbound on hill.
Going over 75.
Going over 75.
Medium traffic. Traffic signal
Medium traffic, westbound hill.
Important to note, we do not support this kind of behavior. The goal here is to learn from the mistakes made in this situation and to understand the dangerous consequences of reckless actions.
Right to no traffic, dispatch, Jennings to the westbound.
Just turn south now and roundabout on Elms.
Southbound at the roundabout on Elms.
Speed's at 90. Speed's at 90. Just through it, Reed. Always
Through that Reed.
crashed out. Crashed out yourself, Reed. Just remember, we had the gun.
Crash out south of Reed.
The suspect eventually lost control of his vehicle and crashed. The troopers quickly exited their vehicles and apprehended the suspect, bringing the pursuit to an end.
On the ground. Hands behind your back. Hands behind your back.
Hands behind your back.
Down the car, watch your leg.
Hands behind my back.
You're good.
All right.
In custody.
35,
You what?
I just look at my kids.
Okay.
In Alachua County, Florida, on July 12, 2022, a Florida Highway Patrol trooper tried to pull over Victoria Piedescalzo and her boyfriend Raekwon Munnerlin for speeding 67 miles per hour in a 45 miles per hour zone. When the trooper activated lights and sirens, the driver pulled into a gas station, but what happened next was far from simple. As soon as the trooper approached the vehicle, the driver made a quick decision to flee, sparking a high-speed pursuit.
Come back, uniform Charlie, Echo 911. We got the car, made contact, and took off on us.
With the time, black 72, out of no using shot, 127-24.
So he's reaching for something in the back.
At this point, multiple patrol vehicles joined the chase, turning this into a full-blown pursuit with units closing in on the suspects.
278-48. I'm racing the gas, but I'm pushing 631 and I'm not ready to put. Alright, so first 1237, you get mine?
So we got to make contact with him.
Yeah. Signal 12, report contact.
Signal 12 was 67 and 45. He was changing lanes. Jordy, wait. Jordy, wait.
While the woman was quickly arrested, her boyfriend made a run for it, exiting the vehicle and fleeing on foot, keeping the chase alive. The suspect tried to escape by attempting to get into other vehicles, but he was quickly stopped when the trooper deployed a taser. Both he and his girlfriend were arrested and taken into custody, bringing this chase to a safe end. In this video, you'll get a glimpse into a day in the life of a New Mexico State Police trooper. It all started with a call about a stolen vehicle hauling a camper trailer. After about 20 minutes of searching, troopers spotted the suspect. What followed was a wild pursuit.
traveling south on East Frontage Road.
Channel. Can I just advise previous video that played 452 Williams Charles Roberts for Dr. Williams Charles Roberts. Straight turns to Silver 2010 Chevy. To Lotus and Martinez at the Westerville. I believe that.
The chase escalated fast. Within minutes, the suspect slammed into two vehicles while hauling the trailer and swerved all over the road, making it nearly impossible for troopers to safely execute a pit maneuver. Just one thing's for sure, it was shaping up to be a long day at the office for these troopers.
Also notify a supervisor at 80 tried running head on this dude on right off Spine Road 88. Hey, that I'm getting on 88 now. And we'll be right behind you, brother. Lieutenant. 76 from Riverside. We have 743 from Riverside, 21. I'm shooting the test strip.
With the suspect barreling straight toward oncoming traffic and no safe opportunity to stop him in this area, the trooper knew he needed backup. Realizing the danger, he called in assistance, even if it was still miles away.
4,003 right now.
After the trailer detached, the suspect picked up speed and vanished from sight. Troopers searched the area for over 30 minutes, but he was nowhere to be found. With no visual and no leads, the chase was called off. This time, the suspect got away.